எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். ஆக்சுவலாக இதில் பேச வேண்டியவங்க மதன், அவர் கேசவ் இன்னைக்கு கூட இன்றைக்கி ஒரு தீபாவளி மலரை பார்த்து வந்தேன். ஒரு மியூரலில் வந்து கிருஷ்ண பரமாத்மாவோட அத்தனை லீலைகளும் படம் வரைஞ்சிருக்காரு. இப்போ ப்ரெசன்ட் லிவிங் பெயிண்டர்ஸ் இவங்க அதே மாதிரி. நான் வந்து எக்ஸ்டீரியர் பெயிண்டர்னால் 70 இயர்ஸ் ஆர்கே லக்ஷ்மண் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. நான் 7 இயர்ஸ் தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன். பட்டு என்னுடைய ஒர்க்கு டோட்டல் அகாடமிக்கு. சும்மா நான் ஜாஸ்தி அவரை பற்றி பேசுகிறத விட ஒரு பத்மபூஷன் வாங்கி 50 இயர்ஸ் டைம்ஸ் ஆஃப் இந்தியா ஒர்க் பண்ணி, எப்படி பார்த்தாலும் தமிழ்நாட்டில் பிறந்த ஒரு ராசிபுரம் பேச அவனுக்கு, மதுரையில் மைசூரில் வளர்ந்தா கூட ராசிபுரம் பேச அவருக்கு. ஸோ நம்ம மண்ணில் பிறந்த ஒருத்தர், அவருக்கு ஒரு சென்டினரி கொண்டாடுற விஷயத்தில் நான் கலந்துக்கல. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறேன். ஒரு 4 படம் மட்டும் நான் வரைஞ்ச படத்தை எங்கே உங்களுக்கு காட்டுறதுக்கு அனுமதிக்கணும். நன்றி.
ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நீ போ. நான் ட்ரை பண்ணுறேன். அதெல்லாம் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. உள்ள ஓகே அப்போ அவங்களே வீடியோனா என்ன மாட்டேன்.
மேஜர் சுந்தரராஜன் கூட பாம்பே நாடகம் போட போய் சண்முகாலுக்கால் போகும்போது ரேடியோ கிளப் ஹவுஸ்னு கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க பாம்பே பீப்புள். அதுக்கு மாடியில் போய் 3 ஹவர்ஸ் வந்து பென்சில் ஸ்கெட்ச் 3 ஹவர்ஸ் போட்ட கேட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா. இது போட்டோன்னு நீங்கள் கிளாஸ் முன்னாமே இல்லை, போலீஸ் அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணிடுச்சாங்க. இது டிஃபென்ஸ் ஏரியா, யூ ஆர் நாட் சப்போஸ் டு டூ திஸ் அப்படின்னு. அப்போ வள்ளுவர் எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணார். பொய்மையும் வாய்மை இடத்த புரை தீர்ந்த நன்மை பயக்குமேனா, உயிராபத்து வரும்போது சின்ன பொய் சொன்னால் தப்புன்னு வள்ளுவர் என்னை காப்பாற்றிடுறாரு. இல்லை படம் அதுக்கு முந்தின நாள் இந்தியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் டவர் மேலே கொல்லாமல் அங்கே ஒப்ரா பக்கத்தில் இந்தியன் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் டவர் மேலே 15 மாடிலேருந்து 3.5 hours போட்ட பென்சில் ஸ்கெட்ச். இதை காட்டணுன்னே அரெஸ்ட் பண்ண அந்த போலீஸ் இப்படி கேர்ஃபுல்லாக கப் ஆஃப் காஃபி நாங்கள் தேங்க்யூ சார் விட்டா போத முடியாது சொன்னார். இந்த ஸ்பாட் பெயிண்டிங் ஜாஸ்தி வந்து எனக்கு முன்னாடி சில்பி சார் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அவர் டெம்பிள் வந்து லைன் ராய்ஸ் மோஸ்ட்லி பண்ணியிருக்காரு. நான் ஸ்பாட்டில் உட்காந்து காலையில் 8 o'clock to evening 6 PM சிங்கிள் சிட்டிங்கில் வரைஞ்ச படம் மஜ்ரா டெம்பிள். 10 hours தான் ஹையஸ்ட் டைம். எக்ஸாக்டாக ஒரு 60 years பேக் ஒரு பையன் 20 years பாய் டாஞ்சூர் டெம்பிள் ஸ்பாட்டில் வந்து 8 hours ஆன் த ஸ்பாட்டில் வரைஞ்ச பெயிண்டிங். ஸோ இந்த புக்கை அவனுக்கு கிஃப்டாக கொடுக்கல. என்னுடைய ஆக்சுவலாக அவர் துரோணாச்சாரியார், நான் ஏகலைவன். அவர் ஃபேமிலிக்கு இந்த புக்கை கிஃப்ட் பண்ண ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறேன். தேங்க்யூ.
வணக்கம். Very good evening to everybody. Actually, today the Honorable Prime Minister tweeted about this centenary celebration. Throughout India and the world, people are talking about this particular centenary celebration. But we all have the privilege. Namakku dhaan the privilege kadichirukku that actual event நடத்துறது தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ப்ரிவிலேஜ் மேடம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. எப்படி மதிப்புரிய சிவகுமார் சார் சொன்னார், நம்ம ஊர்லேருந்து போய் மைசூர் பூனே அப்படின்னு அவர் ஐடென்டிஃபை, உலகமே அவர் அடாப்ட் பண்ணால் கூட நம்ம ஊர்லேருந்து போயிருக்காரு. அங்கே நமக்கு கூட இருந்து இந்த சென்டனரியில் we are all very privileged to be part of this. All respected seniors are here. So many people are there. If I start taking the names, that itself will be the end of it. But I'm நான் இந்த ஹெல்த் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டில் இருக்கும்போது ரொம்ப ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஈவெண்ட், not many people remember, ஏப்ரலில் இன் மும்பை அந்த காமன் மேன் ஸ்டாச்சு இருக்கும், அதுக்கு மாஸ்க் போட்டாங்க. So you can remember, at my level, I keep struggling to convince people that mask போடணும். எல்லாரும் நம்ம பத்திரிகை துறை நண்பர் இருக்காங்க, அவங்க நேற்று கூட என்ன கேட்டிருந்தாங்க, சார் இப்போ டி நகரில் என்ன பண்ண போகிறீங்க, தானா ஸ்ட்ரீட்டில் என்ன பண்ண போகிறீங்க. இப்போ நான் பண்ண வேண்டியது இல்லைப்பா, அவங்களோட கடமை அவன் போட்டுக்கணும். அதை போய் நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ண போகிறோம், எவ்வளோ கோடிக்கணக்கில் நம்ம வந்து பெனால்ட்டி வசூல் பண்ணால் கூட பப்ளிக் ஷுட் சேஞ்ச். Why I am telling this today is, what we find it so difficult, எவ்வளவோ நாங்கள் லேபர் பண்ணுறோமோ, அவர்கிட்ட அந்த ஆர்ட் ஆஃப் கம்யூனிகேஷன் வாஸ் தேர் and his capacity to change the behavior, but why one single line. He was not only a communication expert. He was able to translate the feelings of the common man. சாதாரண மனிதனுக்கு டெய்லி ஒரு ஃப்ரஸ்ட்ரேஷன் இருக்கும், நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் ஃப்ரஸ்ட்ரேஷன் இருக்கு. அந்த ஃப்ரஸ்ட்ரேஷன் அப்படியே டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணி he had the capacity to influence. இப்போ people in power had to look at it and they would get influenced, and ultimately, like our Grammy Award winner was telling, ultimately what we are struggling, everybody knows, awareness is there. விழிப்புணர்வு நம்ம எல்லாம் பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஆனால் பழக்க வழக்கங்கள்ல மாற்றம் வர மாட்டேங்கிறது. அது அவரால் பண்ண முடிஞ்சது, though it is incremental. That is why I am extremely privileged that I got an opportunity, and that too you have brought him back. The kind of struggle which we feel, I think more and more, நான் கடைசியில் இதுதான் சொல்லுவேங்க, அந்த காலத்தில் மூத்தாட்டிகள் சொல்கிறது தான் இன்றைக்கும் நம்ம சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம். தள்ளி நெல் கை கழுவு அப்படிங்கிறத அதையே தான் நாங்கள் பொது சுகாதார வல்லுநர்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறது. இந்த வல்லுநர்களும் இதே தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ வி நீட் காமன் மேன் டு கன்வே இட். அகெயின் we are privileged that you are taking forward his legacy. All the best. I am sure India is really proud to have such a person with who was with amongst us. Again, lot of other Keshav sir, உங்களோட கார்ட்டூன்ஸையும் பார்க்குறோம், அபு அப்ராமையும் பார்க்குறோம், மதனோடையும் பார்க்குறோம். They used to bring that, இன்னைக்கு சோஷியல் மீடியாலாம் இருந்தால் கூட அந்த காலத்தில் அவங்க ஒரு மெசேஜை வச்சு they will convey the kind of cartoons are there. I can go on and on, but so many esteemed speakers are behind me. Wonderful to be with all of you together. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to everyone present here. Firstly, my salutations to all the seniors and stalwarts seated in the front. And I look out into this crowd and I see that I am one of the youngest people here, which I think if the great R.K. Lakshman was here, I'm sure you would have had a cartoon or two to comment on that state of affairs. Also, that I'm being called young is also a wonderful feeling. Thank you so much. How do you say a few words about R.K. Lakshman? I think it's one of those questions like how do you solve a problem like Maria? It's one of those things. You have, an answer that comes in multitude of options. And I think the simplest way, I think when Ram sir said, the Venerable R.K. Narayan has consistently and equanimously written biographies about him, and R.K. Lakshman has yet to have the best ones written for him yet. I think maybe the first point is to bring all the best cartoonists in the world and ask them to maybe summarize what Lakshman is to them as a cartoonist, as a creator, as a thinking mind, as a fearless anti-establishment warrior, as just a proponent of free speech. So I think I can't draw, I can't even sign my name properly. Most of my checks keep coming back from the bank, only because of my signature, not for any other reason. So my father usually gets a call and they say, there's some strange activity happening with your son's checks, and he says, no, he doesn't know how to sign his own name properly. So the very fact that he signed the same name, R.K. Lakshman, the same way his whole life, I think that in itself, if it was an Olympic sport, I think we have a very likely winner in the great R.K. Lakshman. What a consistent, iconic and beautiful signature. And he did so many things, and I've known about him since I was a child, and I found out what a cartoon is because my father, like most, I would say responsible fathers back in the day, was a big fan of R.K. Lakshman. And so we were told this is what a cartoon is, this is what a cartoonist does. And it was, and as somebody who always wanted to be in filmmaking and writing and acting and music, anything you give me a chance to do and will put up with my behavior for half an hour, I'll do in front of you. So having come from that kind of a curious background, it fascinated me what went into the making of a cartoon. And I've heard the greatest of stalwarts, Madan sir, telling you what goes into the alchemy of a cartoonist. You've heard the great man himself say what goes into the alchemy of a cartoonist. And yes, there is a drawn image, and there is the thought, and then there is the words used to convey that thought. And I think if you remove any of these three elements from R.K. Lakshman, it's not R.K. Lakshman anymore. So yes, he had the extraordinary ability to draw. He had the extraordinary ability to be a thankless warrior, where he said, it's my country, if I like something, I don't like something, I have a comment on something, I'm going to make it. And that kind of attitude was not just a blessing for him as a creator, but also for future generations, which is why R.K. Lakshman is not just a torchbearer, he is the torch. And he's what we pass on in the relay race of consciousness, and being conscious citizens, and being responsible creators, and being good sons and big, good members of a family. And the third thing, which is the words and how he put the words under the cartoon. Somebody said fairly, you take those words away, yes, the cartoon still works, but the holy trilogy of the drawn image, the thought, and the execution of that thought in sentence construction, that just put him into a very, very different league. And clearly he's influenced by wit taken from many forms of literature, wit taken from many popular cultures. And as an Anglophile himself, his statesmanly way of commentating and commenting on statesmen, I think, is what set him apart. Because you can comment on somebody perceived to be intelligent, but if you don't have the intelligence to perceive that intelligence, then you're not going to make an effective cartoon or any kind of record for chronology or for posterity. So I think that I found fascinating about him, because he never stopped learning. And if you see his own Common Man, again, I almost feel like I'm at the common man's birthday. We are not at the common man's birthday. R.K. Lakshman was far from being a common man. He was a most uncommon man. He was a most extraordinary being. And so when we're celebrating his legacy, his Common Man, again, from 1947, you see the Common Man, he ages with very subtle graces. I think R.K. Lakshman was as kind to his Common Man as he was to himself, in the fact that he carried himself with a certain chutzpah and elan, and the Common Man also did that. And he took this Common Man through so many decades and decades of almost a dignified, reverent war, because that's what it is. Because a war is something that at every point and every step you ask yourself, why am I here? And you need to remind yourself, and you need to keep forging forward. That's why they call it a soldier, and that's an important a noun. And the fact that he used to put himself in the shoes of the common man to create a character, and then put on the shoes of this most uncommon man to create that character, it almost makes him a man of so many almost gleeful variations in his brain capacity and his ability to create an alter ego that's so detached from himself. And I know those stories about Bertrand Russell. I've heard them too, sir. And when I read first it wasn't a biography, I think it was from somebody's research paper, where they said that his trip to go abroad, and he made these claims that he wanted to meet T.S. Eliot, and he wanted to draw T.S. Eliot and Bertrand Russell and everybody, and they laughed at him. Yeah, and Grant Green, and they laughed at him. And then he eventually met them. Apparently, they had such a great time, and I wish I was a fly on those balls when they were having those drinks. I'm sure there were only 2 or 3 pegs, not more than that. And I would have loved to be a fly on that wall to see what might have been some of the greatest socio-cultural interactions of their time. And he had wanderlust. He loved to travel, and he was a man of wonderful taste, and he was a man of great empathy. And the reason they say that even the people he criticized, and with all due respect, he really did criticize. It wasn't just the silhouette of a nose. Everything was extremely clear and in black and white for everybody to perceive. And for that kind of a talent to chronicle generation after generation and still have only friends, it's easy for us to say that now in postscript, but the amount of pressure and the amount of coercion that was sent his way is not ordinary. In today's internet age, you think trolling is funny because some idiot sitting on his pot without a face on his DP says something offensive about your mother, and you get deeply riled up. This is because today everybody has access, and everybody with a phone is a critic, and everybody with a pencil is a cartoonist. That's not the case. In those days, there were waves and waves of, why are you doing this? Why can't you live a good life? You're an educated man, you have a beautiful wife. Why don't you just mind your own business? I'm sure that this kind of casual, career-changing advice would have come to him almost every day, and he didn't budge. In fact, he doubled down. He was an all-in kind of guy. And if you see when somebody was squeezing him, if you see the chronology of R.K. Lakshman being squeezed either by power or by bureaucracy, the next time he spoke louder. He was like a petulant child, and to be that wise and that impulsive is incredible. And even to this day, I didn't have much prep time. I'm sorry, I'm running a bit low on health and battery, but the last few times I've researched Lakshman for many reasons. I've always wanted to be part of a biography on Lakshman sir, and we've also been researching him for a film, and which I will obviously come and meet you about, because like he said, it's very important to remember people for who they were. not how we remember them. And R.K. Lakshman was so many things that, you know, like even this stage sometimes can't help but be hagiographic, because we just want to say the nicest things about this man because he had so many nice things to talk about. But his journey was one that I promise you will inspire me till the day I die. I came here primarily because this is my first engagement as an actor in 18, 19 years, where my mother confirmed the engagement. And she said, listen, I have confirmed that you will be attending because it's R.K. Lakshman, and you know, obviously he's been an important part of your life. And I just waited, say, can I say yes? Yes, okay, I'll speak to you tomorrow. And that's the conversation ending. And she's still at home, and I wasn't well this morning. She said, it's just young according to this August audience.
Hey, you are the
So
most
you are the-
eligible actor for his biopic.
Yeah, so you are the young person who's going to carry this forward and educate a lot of the youngsters who missed out on his cartoons. So I'm very happy that you came here.
I really hope, I'm not even going to say we'll wait for 150. When we do 105, I hope there's going to be a lot of real young people in the crowd. And when they say the word R.K. Lakshman, they show that man's beautiful smile. I want people to go crazy like they do for their matinee idols and for their political leaders, because this is a once in a millennia kind of human being. And like Sir was saying, in those days, they used to find reality in caricature through R.K. Lakshman. Today is the age we live in, we find only caricatures in our reality. So it's something that we have to move on and soldier on and keep remembering great legacies and keep taking forward the positive words of good Indians. R.K. Lakshman was, is and always will be a really, really great Indian. And that's why the common man does not have a name, he has no religion, he has no caste, you don't know what his father did, you don't know whether his father was a legend, you don't know anything. That is a common man, and that is the furthest away from R.K. Lakshman, who is a man most uncommon.